What's up, everybody? We are back. It's Jim and Dom, my boy CLK, and this is Bumpin' Sessions, episode 3. Yep, we made it 3 episodes. I'm proud of us.
I'm proud.
Pat on the back. All right, so today, what we got on docket? Kanye West is back with another one. Kanye is dropping his second album in the calendar year.
Wow.
For the first time in his career.
Wow.
And it's not like he did some, I'm going to drop an album in January, then, some November shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, this was June.
Yeah.
We're in September now.
We are. This is true. This is very un-Kanye-like. Although lately I feel like he's been doing a lot of un-Kanye-like things, but...
This is my take on it. Similar to the Eminem argument.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ye, and I never told you this,
mm-hmm.
I think Ye is the worst album that Kanye ever did. With the exception of that and 808 are my least favorite Kanye albums.
Okay.
And Kanye albums are like the holy grail to me.
Okay.
He's probably my favorite artist at making albums. I don't know, sometimes he's my favorite rapper, some weeks I'm in another mood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree on that one.
Well, this summer, Kanye, as we all know, he produced 4 albums, 4 Fridays in a row. It was Daytona by Pusha T. What?
Pusha T, Nas.
The Kanye Cudi album.
Yep, Tiana Taylor, his own
album. So it's 5 albums.
It's 5 albums, yeah.
5 albums.
5 albums, yeah. And now he's on his 6th.
Yeah, 6 albums in a year.
Yeah.
That'll notch him another Grammy, maybe.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying.
Anyway.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I listened to it. I even listened to it this morning on the way to work. Just, I knew we were doing the Kanye episode today. I wanted to...
Mm-hmm.
It didn't do it for me.
Refresh yourself on it. Okay.
Yes, there is 0 replay value. In 10 years, you will not hear one song from Ye ever again.
I agree. I completely agree.
What's that dude doing walking by us while we're trying to do an episode?
He's a bum dude. Probably been living in that, man. Anyway.
I
agree. I like the album. I think the number one thing about it is that it just has no replay value. I don't think it made it for me past that week.
I feel he was trying to be so genius that, sometimes your own genius could be, the death of you.
It's possible. I really don't think it was that bad to, I just think he was in a whole different mind state, the Kanye we've never seen before, saying the most outlandish shit. And then this for Kanye to say some outlandish, he's always been saying outlandish shit, but now it's just been on a whole nother level, and he's completely apologized for all that shit on numerous media platforms.
He apologized to Drake. He's
apologized to pretty much for everything he's done in the past few months, and now he's trying to be this positive Kanye. So we may hear a better tone to this album, maybe more of a Kanye-like tone to this album, because that's for sure really wasn't very Kanye-like.
I feel like when Kanye made he was in a dark place, kind of. I mean, not like he's Immortal Technique or something.
Right. He's
but
not.
You know what I mean? I think it's the Kardashians. Look what they do to...
You think it's the Kardashian curse?
I think it'd be the Kardashian curse.
Mm-hmm. It's possible.
Reggie Bush never had another big year after he stopped dating Kim Kardashian. Lamar Odom smoking crack.
I don't know. I agree. Nah, I mean, could it be Kanye just may have went a little too overboard on the let's try something new, because we expect it to be different, we expect it to be new, but I think that was a little too out of his pocket.
He could have just done the Trump shit, and that would have been enough to piss everybody off.
Yeah. For
the record, we don't like to get political here on Bumpin' Sessions, but Kanye, he's smart. He's a smart troll. Everyone thinks Tekashi and Bunk and these young guys, they think they're the trolls.
Yeah.
Kanye just supported Trump just to make headwaves, and
I don't know. I've seen interviews.
That's how I feel
after that, and he's always held that he's apologized about everything. But I think even along those lines of those interviews, I saw something where he was questioned so if you could say something to Trump right now, what would you say? And he, I'll tell him that keep doing a good job, man, and this and that. So it seems genuine. The whole Trump thing seems genuine to me, at least. I don't think he's messing around about that.
I think he's such a genius about marketing himself. Even in that era back in the day and the current internet era, that I wouldn't be shocked if Kanye's trolling us all with this whole Trump deal.
I mean,
I know that's old news, but I needed to touch on it.
To me, Kanye doesn't have to do all that crazy nonsense to get this publicity or to get the attention. I think Kanye alone just dropping music is enough to, like, he needs to understand that. Like, we just want to hear him.
It's
we want to hear his music.
He's a crazy man.
I don't know.
But he really is crazy. All right. So, how are we thinking for the album? We'll start with features. Who do we see being on the album?
After the last couple things and the feedback, I see very minimal features.
I could see him going back to, like,
GLC and
No. I was thinking going back to, like, the Life of Pablo-esque features where, like, you might hear Young Thug on a song, you might hear Chance on a song. I could see both of them. Those are, like, the current artists he likes.
Might see Lil Pump.
You might see that Lil Pump song.
Might see
I love
Tekashi.
it. Yeah.
You might
Tekashi.
see some of these guys on it, actually.
Maybe he's moved on from those new guys, but obviously not. We'll get to the Kanye Chance album.
Okay.
We'll get to that later on.
Well, Tekashi and Pump, you know, he's been confirmed working with them both, so.
Yeah, but it's like on Detox. Look at how many people worked with Dre. Kanye's that type of artist too. He'll work with you, but that shit might never see the light of day.
Yeah, sure.
The 40/40 Club. Remember the 40/40 Club?
Yeah, I remember.
Who could forget the infamous 40/40 Club?
I got 40 songs with Young Thug. I got 40 songs with Travis Scott. Was that the other one?
Yeah.
There's a couple of them. I got
40/40 Club.
That whole tweet rant that he went on for like a month back in, what was that? That was the Life of Pablo.
That was
rant,
16,
right?
yeah, 2016.
So we can, like, name his rants by his albums. Like, this was the Ye rant. That was the Life of Pablo rant. Where, what was the whole big thing? He was broke. I'm broke. I'm in debt. That was his big thing. This is marketing schemes. I personally, Kanye, you don't got to do that. You just put out music we're going to listen to.
I love it. It adds,
it.
Honestly, rap, and a lot of people true to the game and old school people might not like this, but rap, you're an artist. You're a character.
Yeah.
Like, Kanye plays that character, whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
Like Rick Ross. Like, people say, oh, he was a correction officer. But he created this character of Rick Ross, drug kingpin.
And you think Kanye created that same character?
I'm not saying that, but I just think in hip-hop, it's not bad to have a character.
Besides, like, recently with him on Twitter and Instagram, like, showing himself so much, I think his character has been like that in his own megastar world. Like, not... Besides each album, we don't hear from him up until the album comes out. Like, once the albums come out, we don't hear much. This time it's different. He's still active. He's really trying to show us, like, who he is. And now he's moved back to Chicago for good now. He's
he announced that. Yeah.
He's never leaving Chicago now. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll see this different Kanye that inspires him to make that soulful, like...
Yeah. The beats I love. And Curtis Mayfield sampling, back on his bullshit Kanye West.
Did you hear the video with him and Chance in the studio?
I did not.
Sampling the Michael Jackson beat?
I did not.
Wow.
Guess that's going to be on this. It's funny, last episode we were talking about people to do albums together.
Well, no, he's producing Chance's album.
No, I'm saying it's funny that they're going to do an album together.
Right. Well, he's not on the album.
So
it's a Chance the Rapper album that Kanye produced every track to it. Yeah, Good Ass Job is his new album coming out, produced by Kanye West. And I mean, based off that one sample, it sounds like that old soulful Kanye. I gotta find that and bring that up for you because that shit is crazy.
Obviously, we're not gonna play that.
Nah.
Because we don't
own it. So Chance, we love you, but I don't love you that much.
Yeah. All right, so we talked about features.
Yeah.
Now, which Kanye do you think, in terms of his content, we talked about the character of Kanye and what he does leading up to his albums, but which Kanye are you gonna get? Like, on Life of Pablo, he tried to give us that, like, back in the day, first three albums Kanye, I feel. It was, like, down that lane.
It was close, yeah. It was close.
Obviously, it was modern day.
Right. It was modern day.
It was 9 years after that, the last album of those three came out.
Right. Good album, that Life of Pablo album.
Yeah, I agree.
So you're asking me what kind of Kanye we're gonna get on this album coming up.
I hope we never get the 808 Heartbreaks Kanye ever again.
I don't think we're gonna get that Kanye again.
Good.
I wouldn't be surprised if we do because you never know with him. Based on the Lil Pump track, I don't think we're gonna get something like that. I think we're gonna get like a fun Kanye. That was a little over the top, but
I think that video was genius.
The video was genius. I love the square suits. It reminded me of like those Missy Elliott videos, those Puff videos back in the day.
He put Lil Pump, him, and some broad in a room together, and just 2 minutes long, so half of it could be on Instagram. He did that for the purpose of going viral. Yeah. I feel personally.
He's smart.
He's a smart fucking man. He's a genius.
Yeah.
He might be a couple of other things to the casual hip hop fan, but to those who know, I feel he's a genius.
Genius. Rap genius, hip hop genius. Everything. The best.
Do you think they wouldn't sign him because he wasn't wearing a throwback? Because I had no jury on.
Yeah. He started the whole backpack thing, didn't he?
Yeah, I'd say.
That was his thing with the backpack on. Now everybody's got a backpack, a purse, and fucking...
If we're talking about Young Thug, you got a dress on.
Yeah, but they got backpacks. Kanye's the first one with the backpack.
Kanye started...
Kanye's the backpack kid.
This is what Kanye started. He started the whole, you don't have to be gangster to be a rap star. Yeah. He started that.
He was one of them. At that time, I feel like a few of them came out of nowhere like that. Like him, Lupe...
Lupe was after him.
Cuddy was very shortly after that.
But no. But you're going into we're talking
College Dropout.
College Dropout was 04. Cuddy and Lupe aren't even Lupe was a thing, but he wasn't blown up at all. Okay. I feel Lupe's first real exposure came on the Kanye song, Touch the Sky.
Yeah.
Chicago. I love that Lupe verse. I love that Lupe verse.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's 05.
Classic act.
Curtis Mayfield sample in the back. Classic Kanye. Classic Kanye. Yo, you going for classics on this shit?
Yeah. I don't know. I hope we get that kind of Kanye, the classic Kanye, but
I don't think we are.
I think
we might be. I think we might be getting a new Kanye.
Might get a new Kanye. I mean, even in that Pump song is a good example. Like, it's a new Kanye, but it's like he's still doing the same Kanye shit. Like, that's what I don't understand. Everybody, and they don't even claim, like, it's almost a fact that he has ghostwriters or like people, but like I don't understand how you can write that shit.
Is such a creator. I doubt someone's writing a verse and he's just like reading it. Someone probably like, you know what I mean, like will write a verse maybe and then he'll put his Kanye touch on it. Mm-hmm. He's such a creator. To him, that's irrelevant. His MC skills, I feel he don't care when he makes music. He don't care about his MC skills. Yeah. He cares about putting out the most creatively perfect song possible, no matter how it happens. Yes.
His MC skills. It sounds like it at least. You know, but he's having fun with it most of the time, you know, and they're usually like subpar lyrics, if you ask me. They're not the wackest lyrics. They're not the best lyrics. They're kind of.
He rhymes cool words.
He does rhyme cool words. And he rhymes like the things he says. It's not really what he's rhyming. It's always been what he's saying. Like, you want to hear what Kanye's saying, and he says it in the music. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that was big about the Ye album that, like, I really wasn't crazy about. Like, we've been waiting all this time to hear about Kanye, and all he did was really address, like, the last 3 or 4 weeks up until the album. I think he probably had the album done, redid the entire thing.
Kanye West probably redid that album like 5 times.
I believe it. That's probably why he probably has so much music left over from all the shit. And that's where music.
If Kanye died tomorrow, I feel they're putting out like 10 albums.
Yeah.
40/40 with a Travis Scott thing?
Yeah.
Come on. How many other people does he have? How many songs does he have with Jay that we never heard?
A lot.
Think about it. Jay and Beyonce, they said they have so many songs they've made together.
Yeah.
And they finally went and did something with it.
I believe it.
So
he's a working man. They're all working men. He's a businessman. He's a good businessman, too. He's one of those rappers that you can
well, he claims he went broke.
Claims he went broke. I don't know. He runs a $1 billion company. I don't know. He can go broke.
All right, so let's talk a little about the Chance Project.
Okay.
Chance the Project.
Chance, one of my favorites. My boy.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. Yo, I never really got into Chance like that.
Okay.
But I've heard enough to know how good he is.
Okay.
And respect that. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
He's got skills.
He's got skills.
You don't win X amount of Grammys by...
Yeah, no.
By not having them.
You can rap.
So, I know you're a big Chance guy.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking of the Chance Kanye album?
I'm thinking it's more of a Chance album than a Kanye album. I think that Chance is still. We've been waiting for an album from Chance for so long.
Yeah.
That, finally it's happening. There was rumors at first that Kanye was going to produce it. The next thing you know, we're getting videos of him in the studio with Chance, and it's actually real. It's actually happening. Now he's announcing it on stage that it's coming soon, or his next album is coming soon, and called Good Ass Job. Gonna be crazy, I think. I think Chance is really, really about to put out some
next level.
But
yeah, a lot of rappers.
Kanye hit with, I think, maybe 1 or 2 of those albums that he produced, out of all 5 of them. And I think this Chance thing is just.
But how do you know that?
The Nas album did not hit. The Pusha album was definitely the one that hit.
Yeah,
Cudi and Kanye, like that one was
chemistry.
Yeah, but even that one I feel like was like very split down the middle. Like people liked it, people didn't like it.
I liked it.
The Ye album wasn't his greatest as far.
Maybe that's why Kanye's doing more. He's got
The Pusha one was good, but I think this Chance one is really gonna hit. I think this Chance one is the one that we're gonna see shine the most.
All right, but listen to this. A lot of these mixtape circuit rappers, they do their mixtapes, they blow up off their mixtapes, then they put out an album. It's not the same. People are let down from it. Is Chance gonna let us down?
Well, Coloring Book was technically an album, so he already gave us the album. It was a mixtape.
It was a mixtape, though. You have a different level of freedom on a mixtape, I feel, than you do on an album.
It came out on iTunes, like first thing day on iTunes.
It's 2018, Craig. Mixtapes come out on streaming platforms.
So I think just by calling it an album concept for somebody like Chance, I don't think that's going to change a thing. Yes, we've seen it happen so many times before. I think the way music is now,
we were saying
he's already put out like acid rap is better than half the albums I've heard, and that's a mixtape. He's putting out mixtapes, but they sound like albums. That's the thing; they don't sound like mixtapes. If he was one of those mixtape rappers, yes, but he's
you have
not.
A different, like I'm saying, you have a different level of freedom when you're making mixtapes.
Yeah, but with Chance, you gotta understand, he's on an independent. Like he owns everything himself, so his music is always going to be that freedom, that independent level. Now that he's putting out an album, it's going to be the same exact thing. The only difference is Kanye's producing.
When you're putting out an album,
yeah, he's putting it out under his record.
There's there's some guy in a suit behind. There's more to it.
Chance. His stuff is strictly independent. I'm telling you. Look, he has signed no deals. He's all independent.
So he's only releasing this album through himself.
The same way he's been doing it. The same way he did the last one, the one before that. I
guess we'll just have to see what happens.
I mean, will we see it in stores?
Do you see albums in stores anymore?
I can't remember. Yeah, you see albums.
Best Buy took CDs out of stores.
Yeah, but Walmart, you go to your Kmart.
Yeah, but you see you'll see the only rap albums I feel you'll see at Walmart is like Jay, Kendrick Lamar, Will Smith's greatest hits.
There's their new albums will be out.
Boyz II Men, Essential. Come on, that's what you see in Walmart and Target. You gotta go to some like hole in the wall, like comic book store style, like vinyl shop to get a CD these days.
Yeah.
I think CDs will make a comeback like vinyls. Everyone in 2030 will be like, oh look, I got my CDs, man.
Yeah.
It's like, what is that, a coaster?
Yeah.
I think when it's all said and done, regardless of anything, my lack of knowledge of Chance's situation, whatever it may be, if he died tomorrow, I could guarantee you this much. And it's hard to take a new guy and put him up with like greats, but this isn't the greats of like hip hop. I'm talking like strictly mixtapes.
Okay.
He's got to be like up there, easily in the top 5 of the best mixtape rappers of all time.
In my
opinion, won Grammys off his mixtapes.
Yeah, if not the best. Well, that's a little bit. Is top 5? You said top 5 of all time?
Yeah,
I agree.
He's got to be there.
Top 5. Yep, agreed.
I think 3 even, but that's like a whole topic for another day. That's like its own episode.
Day,
It's its own episode.
That is, but I think this album's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be his best work to date. I don't think the fact that it's an album now is going to change anything about it. I think it's going to be. I hope it's not under that 7-song Kanye theory now because he's producing it. I hope we get a full length. Chance is one of those guys that gives you 14. I feel
Kanye just realized he failed.
He did a little bit.
So he's got to be switched. He's too smart to not switch the formula.
We'll see.
I mean, also, that Michael Jackson sample you just showed me during the break.
Yeah. That's hot.
He's back to doing samples, it seems.
Yeah, and he's in Chicago doing it with Chance. They're being inspired by that Chicago, the soulfulness of it, you know, everything.
Being home, I guess.
Being home, you know, that's what he needed. He's in the mountains in Wyoming. Of course, he's out of. He's in his mega star
isolated,
world,
thinking
you know?
about all the horrible things in his life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the way he's Kardashian cursed.
Yeah, and then it's just no good. And you hear it in the music now. We'll see, you know, this time around. I don't know how it's going to be, but we shall see.
We shall see. It's definitely new. It's new for the clock.
And also round of applause for Chance, you know, for winning those Grammys.
He's as a mixtape artist. I agree.
Off of his mixtapes. Yeah, for sure.
J. Cole's another one who, I know this is way off the top, I just feel like saying it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
He put out mixtapes that I feel like his best work.
A lot of people say that, but I think Forest Hill Drives, KO, they're both everything.
I don't know, maybe to me personally, because I was younger then.
I mean, I'll give you this. Some of his mixtapes are way better than his albums, for sure. I wouldn't say all of them.
No, we're not saying that.
His best work, but, I mean, you can't... To me, in my eyes, in my opinion, and I know I'm not the only one saying this, but Warm Up, top 5 of all time in my and like
in anything,
any list, like Warm Up, just that brings me back. Like I can't even.
So no, I can't get into that. I can't do that off the top of my head. Trying to pick 5 albums. What do you put for your number 1? That's easy. You should know that. Is Still Good Kid?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
A Black Album.
Black Album's up there.
Cool.
I'll go College Dropout every time.
Yeah, College Dropout's up there too. But yeah, Kanye's got like at least. I feel like Kanye, like those first 3, just reserve one spot on, you know, like Dropout, Registration.
I think Registration.
Graduation.
I'd put that in my 5. I'd put that in my 5.
I wouldn't. I put
my 5, not the world's 5.
I liked Graduation better than that one, but
a lot of people did.
Graduation to me was just
me personally
so advanced, so ahead of its time.
Graduation, it was like 07. I was 19 years old, New York guy.
Yeah.
I see, and Kanye, he's a Midwest guy, but he was with Jay, so you know what I mean. He had a little bit of like East Coast vibe to him.
Okay.
He had the samples and shit. I was feeling that. Then he started doing tracks like the feature. Look at the features on his first 2 albums. The first album, Everyone But Cam, as we know.
Okay.
You know,
Everyone But Cam, right? They had a beef.
No, remember the joke Dame Dash made that if it's whack, we can just put Cam on all the songs to save the album.
Oh,
then everyone and their mother was on that album
except for Cam. That's funny. I never even noticed that. That's a good pickup.
But Cam was on Down on that second album on Late Registration.
And that's one of the. It's not one of the best songs on there. That's definitely top 3 songs on that album, and that album is
stacked
front to back.
Stacked.
Yeah, you can't name a track I won't listen to. Really,
yeah, that's a straight through. Through.
There's not one track I'm skipping on that. Slow Down. Oh my god. What is it? No, Drive Slow.
Drive Slow, homie. Nah, that's not how it goes.
But then you got Touch. Oh my god, what?
Touch Sky. That's my favorite song on that album.
Jam packed.
Lupe.
So talk to me about Ye. What was your? Why didn't you like Ye? What was the main thing about it?
I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
I have high expectations with Kanye.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Too high.
I get excited for like the second Kanye announces he's dropping.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my heart drops.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I love the guy. And that, I feel like he just didn't bring it. There was nothing that stuck for me. Like I said before, there's no replay value on any of that. And not to the world, to me personally. Like, in 5 years, I can't see myself putting on any of those songs.
Right.
I can't see it.
I think that. I mean, you said that in the beginning, and I think that's one of the biggest things about it is the replay value. Like, of course, they're good to hear the first time around, but they're real, and they're so short. They're just different. I don't know. You're right. And it's someone who I actually like the album, and I haven't listened to it more than maybe 10 times. 10 times. And me, I'm repetitive. I listen to shit all the time, all day, over and over.
I'm sorry to just jump into left field, but it's not even left field.
Yeah.
The Kanye albums, we talked about them all. I feel we didn't talk about Yeezus, but we'll get to that in a minute. We didn't talk about Twisted Dark Fantasy. Which Kanye was that?
That was the Twisted Dark
Fantasy
Kanye. Yeah, that was. I think that was a very heavily ghost written album. At least that's what I hear. Doesn't really sound like the Kanye we've got, and
but at that point, we knew people, like we said before. We
man,
knew
every album,
look
how, and it's not even like he's evolving. He's just like transforming. You know, at this point, like think of go from.
I think he tries something new every. Yeezus,
he's tried something completely new. It's not even like he's taking what he had and making it better. Yeezus is one of the most
unique rap albums of all time.
Taking it out of left field, bro. This is the podcast. We should name the podcast "Taking It Out of Left Field" because this is all Kanye does. Is you just come out of left field with some crazy shit. That's all it's been. It's never been advancing and evolving. It's been just completely transforming into a new Kanye. Complete rebrand,
yeah.
different.
Like the point I was trying to cross. I feel Yeezus is probably one of the most unique albums that has ever been put out. Have you ever heard an album? It's good. It's not like his greatest work,
right?
But the songs on there, I feel like no one ever did that. Just like it was just so.
Yeah, it was definitely
good. I bought that album.
One of a kind. Like
I don't know. I feel it doesn't get its due. New Slaves.
Nah, I don't think that's another one with the replay value on.
And the way he's so good at promoting his music. Do you remember when I think it was New Slaves or what was the other song?
It was New Slaves on that, and the one with the
Black Skinhead.
Black Skinhead, yeah.
One of them, did he play them to debut? He played on the side of like a building.
Yeah, he did that.
He's so smart.
Yeah, with his like at a listening party. He was like one of the first ones ever do those like secret listening. But then it became cool, and a mad rapper started doing that. Setting that trend. Now he's out in Wisconsin, having it in the middle of a desert.
No. He's not in Wisconsin. He's in Wyoming.
He's in Wyoming. I'm sorry.
He's in Wisconsin.
Damn,
T-Pain would be there with him.
Stay in Chicago, man. Stay in Chicago. Save me some of that too. On the dip well. Thank you.
Okay. So, Watch the Throne 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing we didn't speak about that Kanye has going on.
Yep, they tweeted it
Honestly, he had a busy year.
I would put all my money that it's not an album with him and Jay-Z. It's not going to be in him and Jay. I could see it being him and like
Throne 2.
Thrones 2. I could see it being him and like
Jay-Z is the type of man that when he has watched the Throne, him and Kanye, that's something he worked on. You think he doesn't have some legality in place that Kanye cannot just take that and do it with someone else? And you could say, oh, maybe he don't care, but it's like, he cares. That's his thing. I feel Jay would not let his intellectual property, someone else hop on that with Kanye. Is he back?
Okay.
Oh, shit. Is he living in the back? Yeah. Alright, whatever. We need a better spot to do this podcast, man. We get run up on one day. So as we were saying, Throne. Yeah, Jay, that would never happen. I don't ever see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's like, we don't even know if we're really getting that. It's just something Kanye tweeted, but the man has the power to tweet and we all jump. He's got that going on for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to the topic, J. Cole style.
Okay. Back to the topic, J. Cole style. Yandhi.
The Peaceful Easy. Yandhi.
Yandhi.
How do you think this album's gonna do? And when I say that, I mean like, how's it gonna sell? Is there gonna be any singles?
Are we gonna see those huge social outbursts to get the attention? When I think honestly he has our attention now at this point.
Yeah,
he has
everyone's
hopefully
attention.
He just rolls out the music. I hope it's a quiet, peaceful rollout. He's already doing positive shit.
You want a quiet, peaceful rollout from Kanye West?
I would like it. I would like one positive, peaceful rollout in this time and place. If it's called Yandhi or Peaceful Man, roll it out quietly. Make sure the music's there. I want more than 7 tracks this time. I don't want anything less than 12 this time. Or I think it's going to be another.
You got a better chance of seeing God than there being no media facade from Kanye West.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about the God who is featured on. I am not talking about the God who is featured on I Am a God by Kanye West featuring God.
Okay.
I'm talking about our Lord and Savior.
Okay.
There will be some bullshit that Kanye does, and I'll enjoy every minute of it from the sidelines.
Yeah. I think it'll sell. I don't know what he does in numbers, but I know.
I said, does he have a single? But if I Love It's on there, he has a single.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting play.
We'll see.
I was browsing Billboard the other day. I think they had it at 6.
Okay.
And my feelings, #1, 10 weeks straight. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Eventually, Drake will do something. It'll be time for the
I don't
Drake
think
episode.
any of those songs from Kanye's album hit #1.
All right.
Yeah. We need a #1 song
I
from
don't
Kanye.
listen to the radio.
I hope he's working hard, not just giving us something that's just,
I feel like we said before, he has to redeem
So
the
he
albums that
did
didn't
all this
stick.
in the last month. It's coming out when? Next month?
September
this
29th.
Month. Coming out
That's-
this month. So
That's
what
in
he
11
did-
days.
When did he do it? In the last 3 weeks? He did this album? You know, I mean,
knows?
I want the Kanye that spend. I don't know.
Maybe he had this album
like you
planned.
said. I have very high expectations of Kanye as well.
Maybe he planned
I
this.
received the last album very well. I listened to it from front to back, which is I think the way to do it.
Yes.
And I think in a whole, the album was decent. Had low points, high points, rapping, singing.
I don't hate it completely, but like you said, we have the high expectations of the guy.
I think
It's
we're
just-
not going to see that many features, to be honest. I think we'll maybe see 1 or 2. We're going to see Tekashi. We're going to see, or maybe I don't know. You never know with Kanye. He's too
Freaking
wild.
guy.
He's too wild. I can't predict anything. All I predict is that the beats will most likely be good.
The beat
I
should
can
be fine.
predict that. The beats are usually fire, so that's what I'm going to say.
We'll
I think
get
they'll
that.
come out, the beats will be hot. What he's saying, hopefully, will be positive, peaceful. I personally love Kanye, but what you've been doing lately has been a little
Off the wall.
off the wall.
What do you say? Whoa, don't boot it, man.
I
What do you
just
say? What do you say about
he's in a
young
more
Michael
positive,
with an off the wall flow?
Yeah.
What do you expect, bro? That's him.
Yeah,
That's who he
yeah.
is.
he-
Nah. Take that back. Take that back, yo. I want a round of applause for
All right,
Kanye.
so round of applause
For
for more
being you.
positive Kanye.
For positive
More
Kanye and
positive
being
Kanye.
yourself,
Round of
Kanye.
applause, Kanye. You did,
All
you
right.
did.
All right, we're going to close it
deserve
out
it.
today. Jimmy Dom, CLK, and thank you for bumping.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.